Hey, welcome back to Dukes on Switch, playing our fifth and final match of Legacy Death and Taxes. Pretty interesting game so far. We're currently 3-1, which is nice. We can hopefully finish 4-1. But we are on the play as well, which is really nice. I don't believe we've been on the play this entire league, so very cool. This hand is interesting. I think it's okay. The interesting thing is that I want to lead with the Karakas to hold up Swords to Plowshares on turn 1. But I also don't want to lead my Karakas into Wasteland. So I'm going to quickly take a little snip of this, because this is a great one to ask about. I'm going to keep it, and I think just because of the benefit of leading with Karakas, I'm happy to. No. I think I'm going to go for Rishadan Port pass. I really don't want to turn my whole hand off just by losing this Karakas and not drawing a white source. So maybe not the most aggressive line. Definitely maybe playing a little bit, maybe even a little bit too safe there. If you're watching this, definitely leave me a note in comments about what you think and how you would actually play this out. Gilded Goose. Interesting. Definitely want to play Thalia here because it stops a turn 2 Oko. Ugh. Alright. Well then. Hopefully we're not seeing a next turn Oko. I guess we still have Revoker, which is nice. Alright. Sometimes this happens. And that is fine. Land. Revoker, name Oko. And I'm gonna Swords the Goose. I don't want them having the goose around, even just to make an extra food. Can definitely 6 here. This looks like Bug Zenith. Prelate's interesting. Gonna attack the Oko. Now probably go with Stoneforge. I kind of need an actual threat in play, and Stoneforge definitely shows that off. I'm actually just going to go with Jitte. One nice thing about Jitte and Oko is that it becomes a legendary creature, which I can return with Karakas, and then just replay as Jitte. So it also means the Stoneforge doesn't have to stick around like it might if I have Batterskull. My opponent did pitch a Brainstorm to the Force, which is a small win. Of course, I'd probably rather the Thalia to stick, but that is just Magic sometimes. This could be a Green Suns for 3, which I'm not too unhappy about, because we have the Swords to Plowshares. Could be getting Corsair, could be getting Knight, could be getting Tireless Tracker. Corsair, okay. Oh, okay, well now we have a great turn because we get to kill Oko. Let's go Sword this. Activate this. Swing at Oko, swing at Oko, swing at them. Brainstorm there most likely means they drew into a... They definitely didn't draw into a fetch land, because we knew it was on top. So that most likely means they have a fetch line in hand, or they're really digging for some sort of threat. I don't mind attacking with Phyrexian Revoker here to try to bait out an Icefang Codal, because we have the second Revoker. Looks like they're trying to get out of a Brainstorm lock, because they didn't play a fetch line last turn. Pretty fortunate for us. I would like to find a second white source, but also just a 4th mana so I can hopefully get this Jitte online. Interesting. Still no Green Suns or fetch land. Plains, perfect. So now I actually have some options. But I think it is just going to be Jitte, cast it, equip it to the Stoneforge Mystic, because it's the card I care least about. And now just attack with the Stoneforge Mystic. Decay's fine. They still know the card on top from Brainstorm. Green Suns for 2. Okay. Maybe Qasali Pride Mage? Scavenging Ooze? Definitely getting to a position where I just like Recruiter for Palace Jailer. And it's going to be Screws, okay. One card left for my opponent. Can we draw a land? Nice. Let's go Thalia first. Play Karakas. Choose this one to keep. Play Recruiter. I'm going to assume that if my opponent had Icefang Codal, they would have kept it. Just to draw the extra card earlier than during their next draw step. So I'm not too scared of Icefang, thankfully. I believe the card on top now is the last card they knew from Brainstorm. Actually, no, because they Green Sunned, it's going to be a whole new ball game. Astrolabe's okay. Leovold is okay. A little bit rough, but it's okay. Doesn't mean they're tapped out, which is nice. So now we can allow them to draw a card. Play Jailer. Take out the Scavenging Ooze. Now, I might keep back the Stoneforge and the Jailer, so we'll just attack like this. And then we get to draw a card. Of course, the Leovold means we don't get to draw a card, which is kind of annoying, but I think that's okay. They probably have Plague Engineer in the deck somewhere, which is a little bit scary. Haha, speak of the devil. All right. Wisp. Wisp is actually really nice. Especially when they only have one card in hand. Means we can hit the Palace Jailer. I'm gonna draw first. Leovold's fine. I probably want to return him. It's not the greatest because they're drawing a card, but I just want to keep applying pressure as much as possible. I'm gonna name 2 with Prelate because it turns off Abrupt Decay. And I think here I like holding back Flickerwisp just in case they have Ice Fang, and just attacking with these. I don't want to lose the crown. I could have also attacked with the Mishra's Factory. That's probably a misplay. Port isn't doing too much right now other than keeping them off double black, but the Astrolabe's of course doing some work for them as well, so. Looks like they need to gain some life. That's fine. Wasteland's pretty nice. Alright. Tap them up by you. If this is Bug Zenith, I assume this is their only Astrolabe in the deck, which is kind of nice. Four mana. Green Suns for 3 or Jays? Green Suns for 3, okay. Uro would be pretty good right now. It's also pretty close to being cast. Just kind of scary. Tireless Tracker, okay. Interesting, no Leovold either. Definitely tick this up. Something like Stoneforge Mystic would be insane. Recruit is also really nice. Thalia. Definitely going to take them off some mana here. See if they use it. Maybe to crack a clue? Okay. That's pretty nice because it means they're not casting Ice Fang this turn, which is actually pretty huge. Now we can put Thalia into play. Attack in the air. Probably should have played the second Vial, but I'm going to just keep this in hand for now. I think it's doing a lot more as unknown information than Vial number 2. Happy to go after their mana. Mirran Crusader against this deck seems really good as well. There are some blowouts though. Another Plague Engineer would be really nice. We do have, thankfully, Thalia and Karakas to block, hopefully. Rough. Just really allowing them to grind out. No great attacks for my opponent, unfortunately. Especially with the Thalia Karakas. Interesting, just another Hierarch. Okay. I really think they should be playing their Leovold because they're drawing a card off it at least each turn, or else it stops us from drawing a card. 3 in the air. Probably shouldn't have ticked up the Vial either, but it's okay. Floating black, interesting. Black and blue. Maybe like drown in the lock? Okay, Tireless Tracker. That makes sense. I can definitely see like Uro coming into play here. Dried Up is fine. Another Noble, okay. I mean, Uro has to come down here, right? I go back to 11. Our best player is probably just cracking it to their hand, as stupid as that sounds. They're going to go with Leovold. Interesting. That's fine. Return this to the hand. They're pretty close to... I wonder if there's a way that we can actually just swing for lethal. This can stay. Always no. Mirran. Well, Mirran's pretty bloody good. If we attack with everything, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... They have 5 blockers. 2, 4, 6, 8. So if they have Ice Venkotl, they win. I guess we can also just tap down the snow-covered island to see what happens. And see if they float mana or not. Oh, they still have Noble Hierarchs. They're going to float a snow. They're going to crack a clue. Interesting. Well, then that means we can just swing with everything, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can swing with... they can block 2, 4, 6, 8. And then we still have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Two, three, 4. Yeah, nice. Very cool. Sideboarding. Gideon. Rest in peace. It really only stops Uro. Unless they also have... They don't have Knight. Scavenging Ooze, I guess it hinders, but... I definitely like Judgment and these. I think we can probably drop down on the Thalias. I don't think they really do a whole lot in this matchup. Relic-Warder is interesting. They're playing Sylvan Library. Lily Arsehope is pretty annoying to deal with. Cataclysm seems okay. Walking Ballista actually seems fine because of their Ice Venkotls I want to try to deal with. They're probably not on Wasteland. They're probably on Karakas. So I don't mind going down on a Plains. Path actually seems okay. There are quite a heavy threat deck. So maybe I'll go down on one Stoneforge. I think that's okay. Stoneforge isn't what we really want to be doing. Especially since Ice Fangs just trade so well with Batterskull that I'm okay to stab the 3 Stoneforge Mystics. And see how this goes. Maybe I'm actually going to drop one Karakas and then keep the planes around. This seems okay. Interesting hand. They do play a lot of basics though, so the Wastelands aren't the greatest. I'm going to mulligan this. I want to try to get a Vial hand. This isn't it, and I'm not keeping a 1-lander, unfortunately. We'll keep this, I guess. We'll bottom 2, we'll bottom 1 swords. Second Vial seems okay. For that case, I'm going to bottom the port. I don't mind swords on Noble here. But Vial's just so good. I think basic Forest is just a little bit rough for their mana. So trying to take them off blue here is actually quite nice. Also just keeps him off like a turn 2 Oko, which is pretty annoying. Oof. Yeah. Big oof. Well, I guess we're naming Oko. That opener was interesting, and maybe it was correct to keep it. This deck is this matchup is definitely a grind, and that hand was great for a grind. Mishra's Factory. I don't mind playing out one Vial, and then just passing. I don't want to attack into a Icewind Codal. I'm happy just to hold back for now. Brazen Burrower, interesting. Let's take him with blue mana here. Gonna take this up. Well now. Still gonna go with Oko. I'm gonna play out Mum, and then just pass. Not the greatest here, sadly. We need the extra mana for it. Am I happy to trade this for the Brazen Burrower? I probably am not. But I could attack with the Mishra's Factory, but I think just probably tapping down here is fine. Gonna take this up. Could run to Swords Plowshares or something. I'm not going to tick down here because I just want to keep the Mishra's Factory up. It keeps the Dryad Arbor and Collector Oof at bay, which is nice. Plague's pretty good. Can't really beat that. Interesting they attack with the Dryad Arbor there. Always no. Prelate at least stops the Plague and Collector Oof really attacking here. Collector Oof a pretty big deal. Because they're not attacking, I'm going to tap down in their attack phase. We get a 6. Probably could have attacked with the Mishra's Factory there as well, but... wonder if opponent has Force of Will if they're waiting this long. Think if they want to force this. I don't think you do. You have the win in the air anyway, so I don't like the force here because you probably want to keep the force for something that actually wins me, puts me back in the game. I guess they just have the win anyway because they can swing for 4 in the air and then 2, so... Now I do like the the Force of Will. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, I think it's worth just keeping the Force around. You're at 11, you don't really care about the Mirran. Interesting. They're not going for the win. That is very odd. Can't really have anything else because I tap out for the factory. Okay. Maybe they kept a decay. I think you were 6 minutes on the clock. You were very keen to try to get to the attack phase as soon as possible and then just attack for lethal. Because these seconds are definitely going to add up in the third game if it does go long, which hopefully it does. Do I want to change anything? I think I do like the extra Cataclysm. I still think 4 Vial is correct, even though they play Oof. I just really want to make sure I have it on turn 1. We have a lot of outs to it as well, which is nice. I'm going to go with dropping 1 Stoneforge. The nice thing is that if Stoneforge resolves and they have Collector Oof, we can just get Batterskull, which is still a pretty good threat. It does die, of course, to our Ice-Fang Kotal, but maybe on the play I'm okay to go. I think if anything I'm on the draw, I want to go down to 3 Vials, and maybe that's something I do in the future. But this is an interesting one. Prelate's still really nice on 2, stopping Abrupt Decay. Maybe it's the extra Mum, just because of Plague Engineer. It doesn't do a whole lot, and Prelate does act as Mum number 4. So hopefully we play first and keep a good hand. Pretty rough, but I don't mind it. We do get to sword any turn 1 mana threat and then just play a Stoneforge for a Batterskull. Astrolabe, okay. Jitte. Just gonna go for Batterskull here. Kind of makes them have to have removal for it, which is nice. The Stoneforge, that is. Wasteland's pretty funny. We're just going to pass here. Batterskull up. So if our opponent has Oko and then ticks up in the Astrolabe, we can at least put in Batterskull, untap, and try to swords the Astrolabe, and then attack it for 5. Corsair. That's fine. Noble's on top. Put in Batterskull. Plains. Now I kind of just want to go for Jitte. I guess I don't mind swords on Corsair. Play Revoker, naming Oko, probably the card that I'm scared of the most. And then attack for 5. Green Suns for 3. Maybe like Knight of Autumn? Rex Sage. Okay. Happy keeping the swords for now. Wisp. Interesting. Jitte. Equip. Lily's pretty good. Land is pretty nice as well, because now we get to go Flickerwisp, Flicker, Plains, equip so Lily can't kill it, and now get it back. Neg, interesting. That's kind of cool. But now they also need a removal spell for the Flickerwisp, or else they lose their Lily. So I'm pretty happy here to go neg 1 and gain life. I don't think there's a world there where I should have ticked it up. I think this is okay. Green Suns for 2. Probably Ice Fang. Alright. I guess with Trigger on the stack, I should plow it just in case they need the Force or need the blue card to draw. Gideon. Alright, let's attack Lily. Play Gideon. Make it 2-2. Pass. Oh no! I should Wasteland my opponent. That is terrible. Okay, didn't matter, but definitely not the greatest. Attack with bow seems fine. Because they are on a basic build here, if they brainstorm, I'm happy to Wasteland the them in response, because it takes away the shuffle, but with the second fetch there, it's not obviously the greatest thing to do. Prelate. Prelate for 2 seems pretty good. Create this. Make a 0/0. Go to combat. Looking pretty good for us. What do they have? Unfortunately, nothing. Alright, so we go 4-1, which isn't too bad. Definitely after that, haha, that Gideon play is going to haunt me for a little while against Eldrazi. But you know what, 4-1, you can't be too unhappy, especially with the current meta. So pretty happy with the build. I would probably add an extra land. I think there were a few times where we got to 2 lands and then kind of fell off the mark. But otherwise, I think it felt really nice. All the removal felt really good. I thought the deck was really fun to play, as usual. So thank you everyone for sticking around and watching the 5th. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'd love to know. Would love some feedback. My name is Dukes on Twitch. I stream on Wednesday nights at Australian Eastern Standard Time of 7:30 p.m. And on Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Hopefully see you sometime in chat. If I see you already, thanks for watching. Enjoy your week ahead, and I'll speak to you soon. Thanks.